Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at Pickdawgz.com. We don't brag, but we definitely talk about the losers. Everybody says, "Why don't you talk about the losers?" We talk about the losers. Right now, it's 10:43 Eastern Standard Time. You guys can see my phone, 10:43 Eastern Standard Time. I'm not looking at any of the pending scores, and I'm not going to stay up to see how they go. But currently, right now, you are 8-0, Al. 8-0. Today the lines moved, but again, it didn't matter. It only matters when it matters. And like I said, I was going back and talking to some sharps today about the video because a lot of people like Michael watched the video and he says, like it only matters when it matters, and then when it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So, it's like he hit a game earlier today. He hit a game. So perfect examples. He hit a game at 2.5. I think it was Columbia, and the line closed at 3.5. And the final score was they won by 2. So even on the original hit, he still lost. So, people ask me, why should I play these games when the lines move? And look, the reality is it don't when it works, it works. Today we Bucknell plus 23.5. They lost by 20. Arkansas Pine Bluff plus 16 or whatever the line was at the close. I'm doing the closing numbers. They lost by 1. Tennessee Tech lost by 3 or won by 3. I can't tell. Evansville minus 7.5, 164 to 52. Minnesota plus 10, 173 to 64. Towson,
Towson, Towson, yeah.
my Towson, all right, Towson right up the street, 93 to 80. Clippers plus 3, 115 to 92. Denver Nuggets minus the 8, 135 to 120. Yesterday your bad beat was that Toronto game. They were up like 14, and then that was just
Yeah,
But
they got outscored 38-27 to end the game. We could have gone up 6. The guy misses the free throw, the second free throw with like 5 seconds left. So we're up 5, which would have been, a push or whatever. And then the other guy comes down and he hits a off balance, great shot, hits an off balance 3 to cut it to 2. Um, but that's how,
but
yeah,
I
just
want to get into the units because last week we had a bad week, okay, and we lost, call it 40 units, and you get these guys that throw in the towel, and just on the units currently right now we're up with games pending 33 units, so it's like basically almost wiped away all of last week. We got games pending, and this goes back to you do this. The point of this video is not to brag and have people in the comments. And again, trust me, you don't read the comments. God bless you for not reading them because all the guys, these guys think I don't know who they are, but I know who they are, but I just let it go. Is one of the guys in Virginia Beach, Virginia, cut the shit out already. So these guys, they get emotional when they lose, and then and I know just human nature is they throw in the towel, and
and usually they throw in the towel at the exact wrong moment.
right, right,
I mean, I've been doing this for 40 years. I just know. I mean, usually they probably threw in the towel this morning. So
right.
that's, but I mean, you just don't know. I mean, and we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't know what the next day is going to bring. All I know is what my track record is. All I know is over the last 5 years, 6 years, there's been nobody in the public space who's done what I've done, in basketball. Nobody. Um,
And somebody, just to go back to I'm not gonna read specific comments. I'm not even looking at them, but somebody was talking about like line moves in EV. And again, you're not a believer in that CLV shit, as we keep discussing. You're just
it's correlative, but who gives a fuck? Like you'd rather have you'd rather have good CLV than not have good CLV. But at the end of the day, all that matters is ROI. Will CLV correlate? Sure. Who cares?
right.
It's like I tried to use the analogy of the San Diego Padres a few years ago. They were whatever they were. They didn't make the playoffs. I think they had a losing record. They had a positive, scoring differential. It was really good, but they were
Okay.
losing games. So all that matters is, like in baseball, I don't give a shit what your, how many runs you've scored and what your differential is. If you're losing games, you're not making the playoffs. All that matters is, do you win your bets or lose your bets? It doesn't matter, did you beat the number? Is
Right.
it correlative? Of course it's correlative. But if you hang your hat on that, you're doing it wrong. You have to hang your hat on winning the bets. Handicapping the games, winning the bets, having a good ROI. That's all that matters.
How are we looking on the late action, or is it too early?
I mean, it's too early. I mean, if I had to guess and put my guess on, I guess we're going to end up 10-2, but it's a
Okay.
guess. Who
It's a
knows?
guess. It's a guess. All right. Well, like I said, we'll take it. It's been a long time coming to have a nice, fresh, early run uh, of the night, obviously. And again, for all you guys that don't like volume and you try to cherry pick it, like I always say, don't handicap the handicappers. As we discussed, you're really only 1/6 in to your to your college basketball. And there's no football till Friday. So for all you football freaks that are just waiting, again, reach out to me if you want to get access to the all access. And as always, you can send me an email. You can also reach out to me via the phone number on the screen, and we can get you set up for the all access trial offer and go from there. With that being
And
said, we do.
also, just one of the games, Eric, as usually you mentioned it, one of the games did not go to the Pickdawgz Premium. It only went to the All Access. That was a play on Bucknell,
Right.
a nice winner that was added later in the afternoon. So if we end up going, for example, 10-2 on the day, it would be 9-2 over at pickdawgz.com because they didn't get Bucknell.
Exactly, because you guys have the opportunity to get late updates that aren't available after the setting the plays into the website at 8 o'clock Eastern Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. And then with that being said, we didn't talk about prior to the video the complimentary selection, so they're aware because they see the heading. I'm not aware. What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's a rematch. They're playing back-to-back games in the NBA. The New Orleans Pelicans lost in overtime, 149-142 to Minnesota the other night. They're currently catching on the overnight line 10.5 or 11. I'm going to take New Orleans plus the points. When a team has revenge from a loss and their opponent scored 144 or more points in that game, our team with revenge is 44-20 ATS. So we'll take New Orleans plus the points over the Minnesota Timberwolves as our free play.
Got it. And the line is the same line as the other night on the close. I'm going to talk about we never talk about your free picks, but guys were in the comments because you had the the Oak City hasn't been covering, and I don't know if you saw the final score.
I saw the game. I watched not the whole game. I saw the last like 5 minutes of it.
So
Yeah,
it's
and I
like
was thinking of the free play as the final seconds.
I'm like, here we go, right on 12, and the line's 11 and a half. I'm like, unbelievable. I mean,
Well, it closed. The line closed at 10.5.
right, exactly. But I'm just saying when we gave it out, you know what I mean?
No, I know, it was just Golden State's within whatever 1.3 points with a few minutes
The
to
whole
go,
game, right?
and then
Exactly.
it lands on 12. I was like, oh shit.
Exactly. So we apologize for that complimentary selection, but we're going to get back with the Pelicans plus the 11 and a half tonight against Minnesota. And as always,
What was the free play for today on Wednesday?
ooh,
Um,
I don't remember. I'm sure they'll remind me in the comments. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Hold on. I could actually tell you right now if you give me a second.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember either.
Hold on. We're bad.
We're terrible.
But it's good. I'm going to tell you right now. I got it right here. Hold on. It is
Was it Detroit, Milwaukee?
Bucks plus 3.
Oh, good. They won. Winner.
There you go. Bucks plus 3 against Balls. Oh, okay. Got it. What was the final in that game?
113-109. Milwaukee won outright.
Got it. Cool. All right. So, like I said, Bucks plus the 3 was a complimentary selection. We got the Pelicans plus the 11 and a half. Reach out for the all access at the time of this recording, 8-0 with 4 games remaining. And as always, Good day and good luck.